Topic: Irrigation and water supply. At the end of this lesson you should be able to understand the following concepts. Different types of drainage systems used to get rid of excess water around farm building. French drainage, channel drainage, gutters, slope drainage, drainage ditches, water purification/softening and filtration systems. Identification. Introduction. Learning content covered in grade 12 terms 1 and 2. Safety. Structural material. Energy. Construction process. Tools, equipment and systems. Concepts and skills. The different types of domestic drainage systems. Household drainage are systems that drain water away from the home. The most common household drainage systems are French drains, canal drains, gutter drainage, slope drainage, and drainage ditches. Regardless of how the water got there, all the drainage systems are meant to divert water so that water does not enter the house, does not leak, standing water attracts pests, and does not cause erosion to the foundation. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=d1cdwrwekd0. French drainage is basically a ditch dug around the perimeter of the building that takes the water away from the structure let flow. Many French drains also contain perforated pipes buried under the gravel or pebbles. Water drain through the surface gravel and seep into the pipe holes where it flows away to an area that can provide extra water. Accommodate. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=l_5G9C08s. Canal drainage is a long, narrow ditch that is used to allow large amounts of water to flow away quickly. Also, called a trench drain, canal drains are typically made of concrete. In addition to draining water, canal drains also used to hold utility lines and cables. Although not often used in rural areas, canal drains are seen in larger urban areas, where houses are built relatively close to each other. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=sign_bmtdoj. Gutter drainage is a traditional home drainage system and works by removing fresh water from a home's foundation to lead. As part of a gutter system, drain pipes at the bottom of the gutters are tilted at an angle so that the water drains away. Installed drain pipes are usually made of zinc-plated sheet, aluminum or vinyl and are also available in more flexible pieces that can lead water a few feet away. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=d9uuwc5lvne. Slope drainage. This type of drainage works with gravity. If your house is on a mountain or just a little slope, the water can be led away from the house with the principle of a negative slope. This type of system involves a flexible PVC or plastic pipe laid in a tunnel. The tunnel was dug from the foundation of the house to at a more suitable place such as a flower bed or drainage ditch where the water can be used again. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=2sj1jzyfee. Drainage ditch is a type of house drainage which means that excess water is drained from lawns and plots. The ditch is dug along the street and water flows from the lawn into the ditch, after which it goes to the wastewater system flows. This prevents standing water or erosion from ruining a home's landscape. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=sign x_junmkq4zk. Purification of water. Chlorine. There are two basic ways to make water germ-free that are commonly used. One is the chlorine process used by city councils and certain bottling companies. Chlorine, which is a toxin, according to research kills about 67% of the bacteria. Chlorine cannot kill all bacteria found in human and animal waste. Chlorine is harmful to your health in the long run but does not have a detrimental effect in the short term. Boiling water kills most germs but has the disadvantage that some of the clean water evaporates as steam in the process and the water that remains is dirtier than before it was boiled. Purification. The second method commonly used is to use purification systems to remove all dirt from the water. Good systems also extract things like hormones and chlorine from the water. To make the water bacteria-free, ozone is used together with a UV light. This method destroys 99% of all bacteria in the water, especially people with kidney problems, babies, and people with certain heart problems should not use other water. Some people who sell untreated water to customers will often say that purified water is too clean and does not contain minerals. However, research has shown that the human body receives very few minerals from water and more from vegetables, fruits, and meat. If you buy water, you should look at the bottle to see what the dirty particle count, referred to as total dissolved solids, TDS, is of the water. The highest standard water TDS is less than 20. Water that has been ozonated will be indicated on the bottle as reverse osmosis and ozonation. If one buys tap water, insist that the water supplier can show you a certificate proving that the supplier's water is tested on a regular basis by an independent testing center. If you take your own water bottle to such a supplier to refill, do not rinse the bottle. Just put the stopper on and ask for the bottle to be rinsed in the store. Grey water. Introduction. Water is a scarce resource in our country, and it has been predicted that the Western Cape will be the first region without water unless steps are taken to manage water demand more efficiently. What is grey water? Grey water is defined as water coming from baths, showers, and hand basins. Wastewater from kitchen sinks and washing machines, unless environmentally friendly detergents are used, is excluded due to the high solids content and negative impact of emollients and other unwanted chemicals on the environment. Grey water can be used successfully for garden irrigation. There are many grey water systems on the market, some of which are very economical and easy to install. Our gardens consume between 30% and 50% of all domestic water used. If individual water users use grey water, it will relieve the pressure on all other water infrastructure. A grey water system can save valuable drinking water, save your money, and relieves the pressure on our natural environment. Reuse of grey water. Connecting your grey water system. It's easy to connect a grey water system to the pipes outside your home. You can do it yourself or ask the supplier to do it. The grey water system supplier will usually provide you with one or more pipes, garden hoses, and sprinklers spread throughout the garden, as well as a pump that is strong enough to pump through 2 sprinklers simultaneously and up to 60 square meters of your garden at once to cover. Storage of grey water. The first rule of thumb is not to overcook it. Stored grey water can be a source of pathogens, which can be a health risk and also emit offensive odors. It must therefore be pumped to the garden immediately. If grey water needs to be stored, a water purification system must be installed. Effects of detergents in grey water on your garden. Remember, when using grey water for garden irrigation, any product used in the bath or shower ends up in your garden. Most detergents consist of up to a third by weight of phosphates, which will then accumulate in the soil, and over 10 years of continuous use will be toxic to your plants. It is therefore advisable to use environmentally friendly detergents that are phosphate-free. The packaging of most of these detergents shows that they are environmentally friendly. You can also use soda ash or baking soda that will emulsify oil and grease in your laundry just as well. 14. Grey water system and odors. Grey water does have a slight odor when used for irrigation, but it disappears within seconds thereafter. Your grey water system supplier will provide you with maintenance instructions that you usually only need to set aside for a few minutes a week to ensure that your grey water system is odorless. Connecting your existing irrigation system to your grey water system. Never pump grey water through pop-up or so-called microjet sprinklers. Even with an advanced filtering process, the system will become clogged within a matter of weeks or even days. This is why your system supplier provides you with the necessary pipes, garden hoses, and accessories to connect to the appropriate sprinklers. Use of grey water in a garden. Use the right sprinklers with your greywater system to prevent it from becoming clogged. The homeowner can easily install an economical greywater system. Greywater is good quality water for the fynbos garden. A sophisticated greywater system can be buried underground. Domestic water purification systems increasingly used for good reason. The quality of the water we receive from the municipalities is not always so good, and there are also many chemicals in the water that we would rather not take in. Reverse osmosis water purification. Reverse osmosis. The 3 to 6 phase reverse osmosis systems follow the following steps to purify the water. A sediment filter to remove particles such as rust and calcium carbonate. A second filter with finer pores to remove some of the smaller particles. An activated carbon filter to remove organic chemicals and chlorine that can damage the membranes. A reverse osmosis filter consisting of a thin film composite membrane. A reverse osmosis filter to capture chemicals that have not been removed through the reverse osmosis membrane. A sixth phase where the minerals our bodies need to be replaced by the first 5 phases. Reverse osmosis water purification. Reverse osmosis also helps to make our immune system more effective. By removing some of the microscopic impurities from the water, whether you drink it or use it for cooking, these impurities never enter your body. As a result, your immune system now needs less energy and can concentrate on the diseases like colds and flu that better enable you to stay healthier and live. Installing reverse osmosis filtered water also has many benefits. Among other things, by removing chlorine and other flavors in the water, your food will taste better. The flavor and texture of the cooked food will also be much better. The reverse osmosis system is also very easy to maintain. The filters can be easily replaced, and depending on the raw water quality, this is done once to twice a year. The membrane is only replaced every 2 to 5 years. Here are some examples of the different devices/filters they offer. The 5-phase reverse osmosis. It is a household appliance that provides the same quality water that one buys in a store. Reverse osmosis is a membrane technology that is so fine that it can extract bacteria and viruses from water. Some places also use it to purify sewage or greywater for human consumption. It is even used in desalination plants. They also supply specialized taps that provide hot, cold, and filter water in one tap. The countertop filter is the cheapest filter but does not remove as many impurities from the water. There are some basic types of filters that remove different elements. For town water we usually use the following. Sediment filters. Remove any solid parts from water and can also remove some color. Carbon. Mostly used to remove chlorine and other chemicals, which are unhealthy. Can also remove taste and odor. Must be used after sediment filter. Sand filters is also widely used to solve various problems such as e.g. to remove color, taste and odor on a large scale. Water softeners remove lime from the water and thus help geysers elements last longer. Also helps a lot with dry skin. A water softener will make your laundry cleaner. Your clothes will feel softer. No more white spots on the glassware. No more soap left in your clothes when washed. The overall water quality is better. No more white spots on the shower walls. Use less soap. Water problems. Hard water is caused by high amounts of calcium and magnesium in the raw water. The water softener replaces the calcium salt with sodium salt. When the softener functions correctly, the ratio is 1:1. But not everything is always perfect, and therefore the soft water is rinsed again to get rid of the remaining salts if any. Water descaler. The water decalcifier is used for the effective prevention of lime deposits in domestic water pipes and water heating. Elements such as the geyser, boiler element, air conditioner, dishwasher, washing machine, and also of course in the pipes of solar heating systems that many people use today to generate electricity. The Big Blue water descaler. The Big Blue is available in different phases, 1, 2 or 3 depending on what the problems are with the water. The system filters the water in the filters, removing the lime. Depending on the concentration of lime in the water, the filters need to be cleaned and replaced. Activities/assessment. Learners can work out previous year's papers and follow the hyperlinks to watch the videos on the topics. Do research on the different drains and then choose one that they think is the most practical drain. Complete common questions. Frequently asked questions. 1. Use the following data and calculate the water flow in a pipe system. Show all calculations. The water tank contains 5,000 liters. It takes 5 minutes to fill the tank. 2. Give reasons why it is sometimes necessary for the farmer to calculate the flow rate of a pipe. For the correct calibration of spreaders. For effective irrigation scheduling. Not overusing the water source. 3. Briefly explain how a septic tank works. Sewage is broken down by anaerobic bacteria in the first tank. Very little solid waste remains in the second tank. Only liquid remains and drains away through the pipes to the stone ditch. 4. Name the important points that toilet users must remember of a septic tank so that it can function properly. Use only toilet paper. No plastic. No cigarette butts. No disinfectants. No bleach or oil. 5. Where should people not build a septic tank? Do not build near boreholes. Build some distance away from home. Not close to traffic. Not near people eating, washing or working.
Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more future educational videos.